So, welcome to experimenting with 3D. And when I say experimenting, I really mean experimenting. I didn't play this one, but I did play its sequel.
So this is the what is this again? This console?
The Hyper Neo Geo 64. SNK tried to make a 3D arcade hardware that failed because people were just too loyal to the 2D.
And also, its legacy is kind of shaky because even as of now, the emulation for this console is not very good, let's say.
Ow, my ears, the sound design?
I was saying, ow, my eyes. Because,
The epilepsy?
There's some Toshinden 3 level flashing going on in this one.
Also, yeah, some pretty nice calligraphy art. Also, when you cut someone in half or do an isen, like, it's presented through, like, calligraphy portraits, which is interesting.
I remember this one being very aesthetically intriguing. So they haven't hit the newcomers yet. We'll meet them in a second at this point, because,
Oh, what the fuck?
Stage transitions.
I like his tornado attack is now, like, just a regular looking one, not like the kind of fiery one it usually looks like.
Whoa.
It kind of looks like how it did in the original, where it was just windy.
The way it acts, though.
It's a shame we don't see Bust Hanzo. Well, Warrior's Rage is where it really goes in with Bust Hanzo in this series.
God, the momentum of this one's really interesting.
I mean, compared to Fate... Oh, it does sort of have his weirdness. He just planted a bomb in Halmaru with that move.
Huh. Oh yeah, here we go. Hell, they kind of like revisited that whole not the entire effect, but they revisited that kind of thing in the new game as well. With the,
Yeah, I mean, they're still in their models, but they're kind of like colored in a way that sort of looks like that.
Yeah.
Also, same perspective.
I like how the series is not afraid to reference the fact that 64 happened.
It's the closest we'll ever get to seeing 64 again, because they lost the source code to this and it's not emulated.
Oof.
3D animation.
I think it's the fact that, like, they're way above the tornado when they're spinning around. It kind of just looks like they're in a blender more than anything.
Also interesting that we're seeing, like, dithering in hardware that does do 3D.
Oh, yeah.
Did he just no-sell falling down?
What the...
I forgot that Gandara was presented this way.
Hey there. So here's the thing with 64's plot and characters, it is really fucking weird.
So, here's a Frankenstein monster of a bunch of dead warriors stitched together.
Yeah. Also, he was actually referenced in SNK vs. Capcom.
Yeah, that's what Shiki turns into if Arimer beats her.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the fight.
I guess that happened.
This is the oddest way to do that.
Got me a palette change.
Got me a nice pair of treads. Nice new outfit. God, wait until you see him in the sequel. At least in his bus mode.
I believe that Nimrod had a one of those like mysterious bootleg shirts that had like Samurai Shodown characters on it, and I believe his was of Bus Kazuki from that game.
Oh, specifically that? Huh.
Yeah. It's like Enja before it was Enja.
It was literally Enja. Like, in-game, he's called Enja Kazuki.
Well, it is Enja then.
Also, yeah, he has a palm move in this game that does a lot of damage.
The game looks like it plays alright. It's just the graphics are, like the flashing and stuff seems a little excessive.
Yeah.
I'd say really the Flash is the only problem I have with it visually.
I mean, at the time, these models were really detailed.
They still are kind of fairly detailed for, Ow.
This is
So-
97, so yeah, it's not bad.
This is the game she comes from.
What the? Oh, right. Yeah. I keep thinking God of Horror is gonna come back again.
Also, certain stages have ring out.
Huh. I guess the giant man-eating plant below there got her.
Wow,
Arn,
so
the
she
next-
did jacket shit.
Yeah, this is a great demonstration of the new character.
Bye.
Don't play on the Hungry Cave next time. Oh, man,
When a
3D.
normal stage suddenly is the Hungry Cave.
Oh man,
Is that a
3D.
Poppy poster?
It is.
I want one.
I remember seeing that now. Super finest. There's a promotional, there's like a propaganda poster for Poppy.
Also, I remember in his bus mode, he says, "Kill you," a lot.
So you could actually hurt Poppy.
You always could.
Oh.
It just didn't look this upsetting before. What the? Oh.
Samurai Shodown 64. Also, I think this game still has dial combos, but they're nerfed.
Yeah, I was noticing Hanzo was doing something like that. Whoa, what? What?
That's a super.
There's something about 3D Poppy that's really amazing there.
I should try to make Poppy in Graffiti Kingdom one day.
It was like when I first visited Sasha, but I think we do have a footage of like a Poppy versus Pinnacle match somewhere. Oh hey.
Oh, it's like it's just a stage transition. Wow.
Oh no, it's Parappa the Rapper Earthquake. And Parappa the Rapper Jubei.
So are Galford and Earthquake just kind of buddies now? What's going on?
And Jubei.
Yeah, all three of them just hanging out now.
They're dog sitting Poppy's puppies.
Yeah.
Thank you for the seizure.
Don't look Poppy.
Did Poppy just disappear?
Yeah.
I thought she just ran away.
You fucking know.
It beats her crying.
That's true. That is like one of the worst things in this series.
Especially in 5 Special when you do a Zetsumi Yogi, it's like, what have I done?
Yeah. So is this Bus Sugetsu?
Yeah, no, it's Shura. Look at the color of the nameplate.
Oh.
No, that's... Yeah, that is... I think that's Bus, because he just did the homing bubbles.
Yeah, damn.
What the fuck?
I thought that was gonna do a stage transition. I didn't know you could be like, nah, never mind.
The idea of the Samurai Shodown with ring outs is very strange.
It was their way of trying to keep the action, like, confined to make it so you can't keep running away. Wait until you see how they circumvent running away in the sequel.
I've never seen a ring out system where you can grab the ledge and be like a platformer character. Like, no, I'm good.
I think
Saved
there's
it.
a game that did that before.
I feel like I've seen it, yeah, like somewhere, but I can't remember what game it was.
Fighter's Destiny, maybe?
Oh yeah! Right, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, this is the bus version.
Man, Fighter's Destiny was fucking
Oh.
cool.
Straight up ring out.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, in this game, like, his sword becomes a straight up scimitar.
Okay, so this guy,
He's a cyborg replacement for Gyra that we never really see again because nobody cares about him.
also, isn't his face like that because apparently an explosion just screwed up his face or something?
Yeah. Also, he's a robot in his bus mode.
I remember that artwork very well. Like I said, the 3D Samurai Showdowns have very strange characters in it.
Also, I should mention that Shizumaru and Amaxa were considered for this, but Amaxa was replaced with a new final boss, and Shizumaru, they just found rendering his umbrella in 3D to be a nightmare.
I mean, fair enough. Oop.
He wedge grabbed a mat above the floor.
Yeah, it just, I thought he was gonna slip off.
And then it would be like, you won? Also, the blood effects in this game kind of look like Samurai Shodown 1's,
Yeah, kinda.
which looks weird in a 3D game.
That was like a big swing, but he gave up halfway through.
It looked like Namuro got launched out of his hands somehow.
Like,
He just caught Haomaru's sword with his teeth.
did he?
Yeah,
This guy rules, what the fuck?
people don't like him.
You don't like anything, that's cool.
I assume people don't remember him based on the fact that he's in this game.
I mean, people remember Shiki.
That's cause she's been in other games.
She had to have been remembered to be in other games in the first place.
And that is true. But then again, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum kind of brought a bunch of random people forward.
Yeah,
so,
each side had a surprise entrant, like Lee or Asura.
yeah. So,
Okay, so Deku and Dequina.
You wanna explain these two?
So, they're evil puppet versions of Haomaru and Shiki. Also, oh, they're starting out with her. She is the worst of the two because she has a move where she can summon spikes on the floor that instantly kill the person they hit.
Why is she just like a platformer boss then? Oop. Yeah.
That is a tanky ledge grab. So yeah, they're created with Haomaru and samples of Haomaru and Shiki's flesh put into a doll.
Hey, there's the new final boss. Flashing, of course.
Yuga the Seizures.
Also, the other non-binary boss character in the series.
Yep. Actually, now that I think about it, there's 3 non-binaries.
There's a third
Because there's Rion from the RPG.
one. Oh, the RPG. That explains why I don't know them.
Like, Rion's gender is kept ambiguous. NRF seems to think Rion is female.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Although in this particular game, I think he's just a guy. It's in the sequel that you'll see.
Yeah, with Yuga or?
Yuga, yeah. Let's just say Yuga kind of has a Gozer thing going on.
Who is that again?
The antagonist of the first Ghostbusters.
Right, right. What?
Also, I think Kusar Miyabi at one point was going to make Yuga and Mugen, released a beta that was just showing, look, I made sprites of him, and that's about it.
He looks like he, I guess it would be he at this point. I guess, he wouldn't be too hard to make sprites for, considering Mizuki exists.
So, he's pretty much, yeah, just a straight-up mage. Like, his weapon is just magical blades of energy that he can just will into existence.
God, this series went in such a strange direction.
64 games are just so weird and dark, but I kind of love them.
Yeah, they're like very surreal. God, what? This is a pretty good voice acting. Oh,
What the actual Christ?
It's Darrell!
what the hell is happening in this game?
I think that was Steve Areno.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yuga the Destroyer being Yuga the Destroyer. Before I die, I will tell you your high score.
Yuga the Destroyer is quite a name.
Please, brave warrior, tell me your initials before you finish me off.
What? Wait, did he fall on the floor like on himself?
I like how even Halmaru is like dumbfounded by this. Like, he doesn't look triumphant, he just looks surprised.
Yeah, because like the last couple of matches just happened. And what a weird game.
He also looks kind of annoyed, like, Yuga, explain. Seriously.
I felt like a weird... Oh, no, I didn't fight a weird goth version of me. That was like some other lady that I fought before, but,
I fought an even more goth version of the lady that was trying to molest me to conceive the Antichrist. Because that's like the story of Shiki in this game. Yuga sent her to molest Halmaru to conceive the Antichrist.
I guess
Was there like 10 people in the credits for this game?
Oh my god, was there?
Like, I saw like some names pop up, and then suddenly it was like, oh, we're done with credits already? It was like 5 voice actors and then a couple others.
Like, given the graphics for this game, that's kind of weird that there's so few credits.
Are they gonna continue after that? What the? Oh. Hey there.
I love that they kept his word bubble.
That's pretty good. Blending
Are
in
you-
the background quite a bit, though.
Are you explaining what the hell just happened, Kuroko? I hope?
In English, that translates to hi. You may be wondering what's going on, and truth be told, I don't know either.
Bows and then teleports away.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. That was weird.
So, how do I unlock lips with wings?
Yeah, we get all the artwork, too.
Did Shikuru have, like, a graph paper scar? Okay, more than 10 people worked on this, thank god.
Yeah.
A lot of
I
people
would've
worked on
said-
an object, which I'm not really sure what that is.
Probably the 3D objects.
Yeah, that are like background props and stuff. Or, yeah, that would be the background.
God, imagine if only 10 people worked on this. This would be the most crunched game in the history of video games.
Oh wow, Africa. Like the entirety of Africa worked on the worked on this game.
Wow, no wonder the graphics were so advanced.
Oh, no wonder the sound sounded this way. It was made by Bomb.
Shiki, that's not how a body works.
It is when you're a weird demon or whatever the fuck. What the hell is this? Oh.
They're respecting our samurai spirits, and then a bunch of other Scrabble messages.
Thank you, damn it. This game, I misread that as this game is for use for esports, which I don't know if it's true. If that's true.
Oh, that would be the day.
How balanced
you-
is this game?
What?
I only got to play this a few times. Like, I don't know the details. I do know some things, like if you try to backdash twice in a row, you'll trip the second time.
What?
Yeah, it's to keep you from trying to just run away the whole match. They
Damn.
tried it with ring outs before, so here it's just, instead of ring outs, let's just trip.
They put in a brawl mechanic, but I guess it's not random, so that was nice of them.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Tobal, but I think that's something completely different, actually. So who? Yeah, I have no idea who the other lady is.
That's not that's not a lady, that's Bust Asura. So, Slash Asura and Bust Asura are two completely different people.
I see.
Like, Bust Asura is a clone that Yuga created with his their magic. Well, we'll see some new things about Yuga in this one, alright?
Right, this is a game that had the painter dude.
Yeah, he has a paintbrush-shaped spear, and he attacks by painting spells at you with his spear.
Every time I remember this guy, I'm like, it is a shame he didn't show up in anything else except for that one card game.
He did show up in something else. It's called One Piece.
Everybody showed up in that at this point.
I mean, it's true.
There's He got hit by a fierce.
Yeah, I do have to kind of adjust sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, this is Samurai Shodown we're dealing with.
I made a replica, a partial replica of these life bars in my Mugen way back in the day.
They're pretty neat looking.
Yeah. There was an issue with 1.0, so I don't use them anymore, sadly.
Well, maybe with Ikemen, they might,
Although they'll break more.
So, yeah.
You've caught me at a time where I'm moving a full game from Yugen to Ikemen, and it's actually miserable.
Well, you have a whole, like, system set in place for Mugen, I mean...
Just don't go Daikatana on me with the constant engine changes. So, Galford is relatively, like, restrained compared to a lot of the other bust modes in this game. He just says kill you a lot. I guess he ran into Mongo and traded vocabulary with him.
I can tell this is Bust because Poppy is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it, like... Yeah, it's been a long time since I looked at the first game, but, this one looks, like, graphically much better.
It is.
Model-wise, yeah.
It's actually a really good-looking game for its time.
Looks good even now, honestly.
Man, Samsho with sidestep is weird.
That's why we don't have Samsho with sidestep anymore. It took them a few 3D entries, but that's why we don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
Also, the bus modes change the models, if you notice, like Diful. Like how Galford was wearing the scarf over his face.
I didn't catch that.
So if I remember correctly, I think some of the extra characters in like 5 or whatever were based on bus modes in this game.
Yeah. Enja and Suija in particular. Although their movesets are dramatically different because, my god, the bust modes get kind of crazy in this game.
Sorry, I was like kind of just scared looking at that chip damage.
Yeah. Also, his bust super, he like says an entire haiku during it.
Huh. That's kind of a thing with him, ain't it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You can't beat the Tsubami Gaish.
Never. Well, you said earlier on stream that the only game that you can beat a Tsubame Gaishin is in Battle Monsters, apparently, but...
No, that move is virtually unpunishable. It's just, he's also competing with Naga, Makaryudo, Kafka.
Oh, well, you can't beat it any time, then. You can beat it with Hanafuda, though. Oh, I thought he was gonna get beamed up to heaven or something. That the fact that the game just radically slows down when that happens is like.
Yeah, maybe the game's graphics are a bit too good for the hardware's own good, with the frame rate hiccups.
I'm not sure if that was the graphics or it was just like they tried to do the whole slowdown effect, but they went like way too overboard with it.
They would do it on hit though, at least in most games in the series.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Get him in the shin.
I will say I like how the Isen looked in the first game better.
Yeah, they look kind of whatever.
Sorry, what happened?
Isen happened.
Oh.
And we're lamenting that it looked cooler in the first 64.
Did they just nuke an entire town? Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we get to see Enja Kazuki anyway. This guy's moveset is an experience. We'll probably hardly see it, but... Oh my god, it's something.
So how possible would it be making a Sam Show 5 special version of this guy?
The closest we have is Ahuron's Enja, which was in a SBCK web style, but references this moveset heavily.
That Walkie has is something.
Like, his super, he just draws from a pool of a bunch of random supers that he can use on you.
Right, I remember you saying that. So, I remember... Did you reference that one pose? That pose in the 5 special, the rare one pose? That looked awful familiar.
Yeah, that is his win pose. Yeah, if he let him complete that and got hit by it, he would have died. He has a charge-up Warlock Punch that can instant kill you. It's never gonna work, but he has it.
I have a question. Did Enja program himself?
Probably.
He's gonna... The spinning that is in his head is completely erratic, but... Oh my god.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's how his Rekka looked in this game.
It actually worked, too.
Yeah.
Didn't do as much damage, but it worked.
It looked cool, too. It looked like a rival school super.
Oh yeah, you can cut off arms in this game.
Oh.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. He cut off his hand.
I thought he just like poked it and he got real pissed off.
If you look closely, you would have seen his arm in the foreground. Now to a slightly more normal character. Sadly, I believe this is her slash mode, because in bust mode, she has a command grab where if you're a girl, she slaps you on the wrist. If you're a guy, she slaps your ass.
So it's like how Fire Pro has a little gender-specific move thing going on.
Yep, and Bust Nakaruru has it taken to a new extreme where if you're a girl, she slaps the shit out of you, and if you're a guy, she kicks you in the dick and talks smack to you while you crumble over.
I'm suddenly kind of glad that never carried over.
I wish it carried over, that was funny.
It carried over into a game called Battle Fantasia.
I thought you were going to say it carried over into Nuts vs. Guts Wildest Dreams.
Don't bring that guy up. I go into rage mode whenever I hear the guy brought up.
I just go into unease mode.
Yeah.
I like this time, like, low time siren.
Wow, they speed up the time over win very fast.
For 64 bits, those pants were awfully smooth.
Smooth like butter.
Honestly,
Although
not a
I
bad
would-
looking game for this era.
Although
Yeah.
I would hate to see if they did go through with rendering Shizumaru, how much his umbrella would ruin the frame rate. Also, the 64 costume for Vastra in the new Samurai Shodown game also makes me wish they went through with making Vastra in this game.
Yeah, that was kind of the weird thing seeing that when I was checking him out in the new game. I'm like, wait a minute, this didn't actually happen.
No, they considered it, but it didn't actually happen.
Maybe that was their way of compensating years later.
Well, that and every returning DLC character got that thing too. Like, I'm pretty sure Wanfu was never considered.
Yeah, I can't tell how popular Wanfu is, really.
Very.
I can guess so.
Mainly the pillar one. Everyone loves the pillar one.
It's kind of badass.
They certainly changed up his command throw there.
It doesn't, what it has that?
Gao.
Oh, yeah!
By the way, this person's neglecting to do the dial combos, because those do exist in this game. Granted, they're...
That looked very silly, I'm not sure why, though.
because 3D interactions. Luckily, she's like 18 in this game, so it's a little less uneasy. That was just him throwing up at killing her.
Like, I know what he said, he just, like, slurred it so much, I guess.
The only way out of here is death.
That is some good scarf tech on Hanzo there.
Yeah, I wish it was his bus version, because holy shit, his bus version. Imagine a Rekka grappler, as in your grapples are a Rekka, and each one breaks a different limb.
So it becomes a Tekken character?
Yeah.
Nina?
He basically is a even more explicit Nina.
I was about to say King, but Nina's way more accurate.
Yeah. Like, it shows the x-rays and everything. Also, he can, like, plant bombs into the opponent and slit their throat.
So he's like Nina and Doctrine Dark, basically.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I noticed he got hit with that shuriken attack and like sent him halfway across the screen. Seems like a kind of a nasty zoning tool, although blocking it didn't do much.
I'd love for this game to be common enough to where people can make, like, competitive analysis of it. But part of the reason why this will never be in esports is this game is rarer than unicorns.
I mean, it's on the Hyper Neo Geo 64 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and it's the last game made for it.
Which is a thing that I still just don't even believe exists. Like, it sounds like a fairy tale.
I played this game. It does exist.
Well, it'll be all properly emulated when we're all in our 50s, don't worry about it.
I like the effects that are, like, straight on Metal Slug, almost. Like, they're real nice looking, but they're also just sprites, so it's like, there's something kind of odd about it.
Also, there's something about Hanzo's theme in this game that just sounds strangely Silent Hill 1-y.
Kind of looks it.
It's like, I guess it's that droning. It just sounds like the radio in that game going off.
Well, hold on, is this Resetsumaru?
Brainwashed Haomaru.
Oh, is this just like main Haomaru now? Or...
Yeah.
Huh.
Haomaru did not take his jobbing in this game's story very well. Also, yeah, he has a different stance in bus mode. Other than that, he's fairly standard fare for Bus Townru.
It's funny how the 3D games kind of tried changing up Hawamaru quite a couple of times, but it never, like, stuck.
They changed up everybody.
Yeah, it's just when we get to, like, you know, the fake Warriors rage, you know?
Did he attack him with that, like, drink jug that he carries around?
He's had that in several games.
Oh, someone missed that.
Including CVS2.
I think I remember that now, actually. The main thing
I don't know.
remember...
Sorry.
The main thing I remember most about Hawamaru in CVS2 is, like, when I was younger and I played the game, I thought my game was lagging every time he did the heavy slash because I just didn't get why it was happening.
He is one of the coolest implementations of a character in CVS2.
Actually, yeah, with the combos, it also feels a bit more like Tekken in a weird way too, because
yeah, I think they were trying to go for standard, like more mainstream fare for 3D fighting games at the time.
It's an interesting result.
Do you know what year this was?
I don't remember. I was a kid.
You're supposed to know all the trivia.
Oh, Bus Shiki!
This was 1998.
Wow.
Also, yeah, I forgot that she looked like this at one point.
Also, her weapons are basically like magical plasma swords, and she's now a zoner. Also, I hope she lands her command grab because that's the animation for that is something. Actually, one of her both of her command grabs, I want to see them. They're great.
Okay, because when he said there's something and it involved Shiki, I was really worried. But
it's not. It's PG-13, not X-rated.
okay.
I don't think that's going to lift your spirits that much higher, but it's a thing.
All I need to ask is how much would Frankie Yagami like it?
I don't even remember what his review of this character is. I could imagine it's like I've never seen this character before, no rating yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's like half the website now.
Sadly, she's not doing anything aside from the pinwheels because, like, her moveset is really fucking cool. But we have a video on that to look at.
Yeah.
Like,
it is interesting to see, like, the bus forms just look so radically different sometimes.
I immediately dropped Ukyo and switched to Shiki when I fought her in this game.
What's the nice thing about it being in 3D is that you can, like, make these sorts of changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this game is experimental to the max. And it's definitely not the best Samurai Shodown game, but it's interesting.
Does she have explosive light from Palutena's moveset?
Kind of. The thing she's doing is, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, there's so much weird imagery going on with this character.
That's kind of always been Shiki's shtick.
Yeah, but before she was, like, a marionette with two knives. Here, she's just, like, a weird spellcaster with lightsaber wrist blades.
Sorry, did they just refer to the giant monster as a bambino?
There's a lot of interesting English. There's Bust Asura, and as you can see, he's not your normal Samurai Shodown.
No, he is not.
He summoned Basara on him.
Why was he just laying down to take a nap for a second?
It's Voskanovich, too.
It's like, I don't know what it is about his design here. It's like if Asura decided to, like, get more Testament-esque. Like, I can't really put my finger on it.
They put a Final Fantasy in Samurai Shodown.
That's probably the more accurate description.
Like, especially in his ending picture where he has, like, angel wings.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
I wish this was the Asura they went with in Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, because there's so many questions I have about this character.
I mean, me too, but you know, it would be like 2D, and the fact that he has like half an outfit.
Hey, if I can show off one of my legs and get away with it, I would.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that'd be hard to do in 2D.
Oh, right. Asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't give a shit about that.
Did SNK did? Because I know Capcom certainly doesn't. Oh, wait, no, they made...
Sorry.
Wait, they made... Capcom made Gil, never mind.
They made Gil and they made DJ, so...
Yeah.
Granted, I think a palette effect is not going to fix your half skirt.
Fortunately not. The Emperor Destruction Arise. Oh, it's just Genjuro, got it.
And then it goes to credits.
What's this, this wacky character got up their sleeve this time? They're giant sleeves. Why do they have like, a Shrine Maiden outfit, but like, they just cut like the torso part of it off?
He's trying new styles. Sounds like he's saying body blow. Is he a Punch-Out character?
I think that's just his favorite Amiga game.
I feel like knowing him, it would be the Amiga Samurai Showdown. Look at these fools constantly dying and still being alive.
We should do that as like a final bonus video.
Jeez.
So this is certainly a fight where you just kind of have to wait for them to stop doing stuff.
How hasn't this stage reduced the frame rate to -10?
That
was
good question.
an awfully long animation for not much damage. Auga!
Here comes the twist.
Let's see what you got.
She's a she now.
It's I don't remember that character's name from Black Card. Animus.
Animus. Yeah.
Animus.
Yeah. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I mean, even the creator of that game, I didn't know how to say his last name until recently, so...
So, yeah, she kind of has a Gozer thing going on where she can be whatever gender she wants.
See, I was thinking Jivatma, but,
I think she could very well have been the inspiration for Jivatma.
I can see it.
I mean, Falcon is very aware of Samurai Showdown.
There was something extremely JRPG about this character.
There's something JRPG about this game's aesthetic in general.
Yeah.
Like, it just suddenly went to dark fantasy territory, which I kind of dig. I've always been a sucker for bleak, dreamlike fantasy settings.
Yeah, this could totally be a stage of Fighter's Impact.
This could be a character from Fighter's Impact.
Oh no!
Hoi Hoi finally feels normal. Also, yeah, SNK I think refers to this as her hermaphrodite form. Because apparently they think hermaphrodite is the same thing as gender fluid.
Yeah, I could... Wait, Sword Phillips Halamars? What? Wait, hold on.
Is that an old word or something?
How heavy?
He turns a child.
A dirk.
That's a dagger. I know that.
Yeah. This is some good words.
So, did Genjuro get stabbed in the back, or did he stab a kid with a dirk? This doesn't make any sense.
I think he got stabbed and then he died.
Oh, yeah, he got stabbed and then just... That's a shitty ending.
He got stabbed by a child?
Yeah, that's how Genjuro goes out in this game. He just gets stabbed by a child and asks Haomu for a drink, and he's like, no, fuck you.
Okay, that happened.
Well, I guess now I know why he's not in Warrior's Rage.
Yeah, because he got offed by a kid.
Haomu's like, I'm not going to tell anyone about this. That is actually a really lame conclusion to my rival. Welcome back to the Hyper Neo Geo 64, where shit gets really weird.
I still don't think this exists. I think you're lying.
I played it. I played it.
Yeah, but how much evidence is that?
The same amount of evidence as my dad working at Nintendo. Also, we're back to the Buckyballs intro.
I was just saying, like, you know, if there was anybody that would be able to play a console from another universe, it would probably be you.
Plot twist, I'm an extra dimensional being.
Shit.
Did you really think an alpaca with human sentience would be from this planet?
Oh yeah, probably. I'm still like not over the fact that that other character is also Asura.
I wish I could look that good in lipstick.
I'm just distracted by this title screen where, like, the subtitle is almost all of the, you know, foreground, and then there's just a little tiny thing that says, like, Sam Show.
I think the subtitle is something like the revengeful journey of Asura.
Huh. So this is... Yeah, now that I've seen the other form, I kind of wish they went with this, because I realized that I never really dug this look all that much. Alright, so this is SNK, so desperation techniques are just like special moves.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the supers are super desperation techniques. At least that's how KOF does it. But yeah, this is basically his moves from Battle Coliseum.
Simplified greatly, though.
Yeah.
He puts him in gay baby jail.
I can't wait to play as him in Dead by Daylight.
I suddenly think that this is Trent Reznor's main all of a sudden.
I wish he was voiced by Trent Reznor.
That's definitely...
Yeah, Trent Reznor would love this character if he knows about Samurai Shodown.
Well, he's gonna be the first to add him on Twitter about this game.
Trent Reznor, why were you holding a katana in 1998?
He probably replied like, I don't remember. Damn, alright.
They're a bit thorough, including the dial combos too and everything, but I kind of appreciate it because I'm never going to play this game again, and you people will never actually get to experience it for yourselves.
Yeah.
Well, not yet. There might be a chance down the line.
I just wish they didn't lose the source code to this.
Remember, I did play Samurai Shodown 64 once,
So yeah, that power charge effect, that was a upscaled filter Samurai Shodown 3 power charge.
I will say this version of Asura looks a lot more annoying. What's he got? Oh.
At least he wouldn't be shit tier in Neo Geo Battle Coliseum if this is the design they went with.
That sound is gross.
The way they invert kind of just adds a layer of macabre to that death sequence.
Yeah. Alright, so what's Painter Guy got?
This is probably going to be the only video evidence that this guy exists to the public.
Yep, that's a 10-hit combo from Tekken.
Yeah, totally. Looks really cool, though.
So imagine Valerie from Battle Craze, but better.
Wasn't Janice played like another game that had like a painter in it or something? I forgot what that game was even called.
Sorry, who from Battle Craze?
I know. Fantasy Strike, sorry.
I was like, wait, what?
Is that what I was thinking of? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember the name now. Yeah.
Wow, Janice is gonna kill me.
That's not a comparison that she would like to hear. Or I would like to hear as a programmer, like, damn.
Hey, to be fair, that was one of the better designs in the game. I call that the pizza flip.
That move's supposed to be brutal, but like when he's doing it with a paintbrush spear, that just looks so silly.
I like that his calligraphy just explodes.
It's magic ink.
Yeah. You got red paint all over.
The sound that makes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's gross.
Something about the glasses just makes him look like a normal person from like the modern day.
Yeah.
And the headscarf as well. He just looks like a normal person that just got his hands on a paintbrush spear and started being attacked by Samurai Shodown characters.
I think it's the goatee that really ties it all together.
You know what? He's actually Hideki Kamiya.
Nah, he's a lot cooler than that. Yeah, this move is like the enemy of this game's frame rate. I remember using that a lot in 5 Special. Oh, well.
Not a lot of moves.
Well, here's the thing. Asura has a million moves, so everyone's gonna look tame. Except for Suija and Enja. That's when we get back to full-on Crazy Town again.
I forget how, like, good the artwork is in this game, too.
This series was always consistent with good artwork.
Yeah. That last one.
Yeah, those attacks were added in 6.
Oh, I remember this from 3. Except, yeah, as you said, it goes... Oh, it's... Hey,
He did a haiku.
That's a lot less cool, actually.
Yeah, you would think of they would have a more bombastic finish.
Yeah, even his haiku fatality in 5 wasn't really that, like, that special.
Oh god, just wait until the bus mode. This is gonna be probably a good chunk of the video once we get to his bus mode. Just from that super alone.
Oh, I can't wait.
But right now we have to deal with just the normie version.
Do we get 3D exploding pants in this game?
I believe so.
Should, yeah.
I hope so. That would make Sasha very happy to hear.
Alright, I always liked this dude. It's like a playable ninja.
Wait, what? Why did they just have Asura kill him? What was that?
Well, just the footage they had lying around.
Yeah, this isn't the easiest game to get recordings of, yeah.
He was like, anyway, here's what it looks like when he's dead. I didn't see any exploding pants. This better rectify it.
Yeah, I guess not. Maybe they couldn't figure out teleports in 3D.
Hey, that's just a straight-up Fighter's Impact combo.
Well, at least he didn't go into overheat.
That was like his new super, wasn't it? Just like run and explode on them?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
he's had that since 4.
Yeah, it's like the other one didn't have it, though, or something.
Bust had the flame pillar. Slash in this game has the flame pillar. This one, he has... Yeah, see? In this one, he just has random supers.
He looks like a joke character in Tekken, like Tag 2 would have him.
It should have had him.
Yo, yeah, no, he's definitely Boskanovich now.
Why is he just a bull now?
Hey, Ralph.
I know he could do this stuff, but it's still funny to me.
I wonder if there are any dev comments about this game regarding the form of Kazuki.
And here he looks like Super Saiyan Trunks from the back.
You ask them about it, they just shrug.
They were just like, yeah, the programmer was just like on like, 3 days of their sleep, and he was just like, I need to add more.
What the fuck?
I didn't know Engine could get better until tonight.
I think I'm gonna download Aharon's Edja again.
Yeah, send me that too.
I want to see how close that character managed to be to this.
Anyway, back to normalcy.
At least until buff mode.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that sends him way too far for a projectile. And at the same game, that punishes you for backdashing too many times in a row. Oh my god.
Didn't Reiko have that as a fatality in MK4?
He's the third character to have this fatality in MK Gold.
They changed a lot of moves in this, because, like, that's a new move for him, isn't it? Like the super shurikens?
Yep, he had normal shurikens in 1, but not as a super, because there were no supers in 1.
Yeah, because his supers have always been just, like, super throws, as far as I remember.
One of them is a flame pillar, and the other recurring one is he breaks your arm and suplexes you.
Yeah, okay.
Izuna drops you, sorry.
Alright, let's see what this guy's all about.
Well, slapping the shit out of you is one of the things he's about.
Yeah.
So this is the grappler one, I guess.
Yeah.
Ah!
This is like a Mortal Kombat fatality, it just went on too damn long. Oh god, what the fuck?
He did it more than once, too!
So that's...
Is this the character you play when you just really hate your opponent? Like...
He didn't show off all combinations! There were more than that. He could slit their throat, he can, like, snap their neck while pinning them down. He could shove a bomb into their chest.
This guy's too much. Get him out of here.
So yeah, if you have anger issues, Bus Hanzo is for you.
So here's
If
Miss
you were-
Pants.
Why are those pants so well rendered for the time?
Even in the art, they're just fucking enormous.
Well, she paid a pretty dollar for those.
With how many polygons that had to have gone to these pants, how isn't the frame rate dying? Also, I like her theme in this game, even though it's not fight music.
Hey, she has big swing. Or sort of.
Big trip.
Yeah.
And leapfrog.
What the fuck?
I didn't know she could bully you.
Sometimes I forget that River is pretty alright.
She's alright, it's just her 5 design is just... Ugh.
Yeah, it's like the only thing I don't really like, honestly.
Also, yeah, she plays her theme or Nakaru's theme on that ocarina for Winbows.
Nice. Can I play as her in Ocarina of Time Randomizer?
You should get on modding her into that. I'd play that mod.
I mean, people are already hacking polygons in No Mercy. I'm sure there's something for Ocarina of Time. I didn't need to see her split in half twice, come on.
Oh, I think they're showing off all the songs she can play.
Oh, I see.
I like how she screws up sometimes.
That's pretty good.
Come on, ass slap.
Wait, that is just 5 Rimuru.
Oh. I guess Examu has an excuse now. At least she's 18 when she was in this design and not -10.
She wasn't even born yet when she was in 5 Special. There's that.
Setsume Show.
That's my favorite.
This really does sound like just like Ocarina of Time, like unused music.
Hey, this
Okay,
is
I thought she was gonna pull a bust Hanzo and snap her neck.
this is my favorite version of Cyrano.
They're not showing off the male version of that command grab. I wanted an ass slap.
This music to that. I don't feel like playing music today, see you.
Well, she's in bust mode, so obviously that means she's too crouchy to play music.
She looks super pissed off there.
I mean, bust mode basically is the heal mode.
Yeah, that's a pretty apt way of describing it.
I mean, that's what it was intentionally designed as, and then they got really carried away with it in this game. Bust mode became, what kind of drugs can I take before designing a moveset?
And can I have some?
My straight edge oath completely violated because I want to make a remake of this. So yeah, Slash Haumaru is just Slash Haumaru.
Jesus Christ, that super goes on twice as long though. Alright, so I think oh wait, never mind. Anyway, on to sort of Rasetsumaru.
If this game waited one more year, it probably could have been on the Dreamcast. But then again, SNK was already dead by that time.
Yeah. So I guess SNK going hand in hand with succession issues.
Well, SNK's not SNK. Sega's a survivor.
Yeah, it's just the Dreamcast was just like, you know...
Not a survivor.
Yeah, that was it. Whereas SNK, I mean, they've died like 5 times at this point. And the pose at the end there. Wait, is that his entire moveset? Where was the shoulder tackle?
Yeah, we saw that in the playthrough.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not as complete as I hoped for, but this is the best we're gonna get.
Yeah. It's showing enough.
Why does Galford's small icon look so sinister?
I'll have to look for that next time. And seeing his hair move in 3D is quite captivating.
It just looks like if you made like a tail in Graffiti Kingdom.
This is the Genjiro that we all know and love. I say love because I've heard a lot of complaints about having to fight him recently.
Beware of Slash Genjuro in 3.
That's what I was hearing about. I didn't go. How do you make a heel Genjuro exactly?
Genjuro in an even worse mood? See, he sounds grumpy there.
I didn't want to talk about.
He saw his ending, and that just soured his attitude.
Post kid, stab by kid. Gee, oh, okay. That's how you do that. Holy
Well.
crap!
Wow.
Oh shit! Why did the long player pick this mode? So that's where that Neo Geo Battle Coliseum Super came from.
You know, I'm glad they answered my question of how do you make a grumpier Genjuro. Apparently, you just have him just doing that. Logan Larson's fatality from Eternal Champions as a move.
Jesus. Yeah, look at how like he just looks like Galfer just noticed you and deemed you unworthy to live.
I was taken aback by the Genjuro. I couldn't really concentrate.
I'm more startled by him spinning the opponent around, grabbing them by the back of the head, spinning them around, and then slamming their face to his knee.
Is it just me or does Nakaruru look like really weirdly lanky in this one?
Yeah, she does.
Like her arms look like sticks.
Yeah?
She's like the blockiest character in this game. Why is Rimuru so much better rendered than she? Oh my god, I thought that was going to be a Genki Dama.
She might have been like the first model they made.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Honestly, it looks like I can just remake this Nakaruru perfectly in Graffiti Kingdom.
Jerry looks like a Graffiti Kingdom character. So.
Oh god. Sadly, I'm pretty sure at this point we're only going to see the female version of the command throw.
Nice palette.
Also, this is my favorite remix of her theme from 1, though I still like her theme from 2 the most.
So I can see what the addition of 2 dogs does in the frame right here. So is this Reira or just purple Nakaruru?
Still purple Nakaruru. It wasn't until that Nakaruru OVA where her alternate personality was called Rera. It's still weird to think about, like one of SNK's mascots is a person with multiple personality disorder.
Certainly interesting.
Oh, so she was the inspiration for a Jeet.
Oh, we get to see the male version.
That is totally out of character for Nakaruru. I hate these games.
I suddenly feel like the game's running at like half speed.
There's too many dogs.
Yeah, look at how many like polygons are in Shigeru. Like all the fur textures and everything.
Yeah, they should
They
have
tried. Sorry.
They should have just had a super low poly dog.
They tried way too hard to make this game a visual masterpiece for its time.
I mean, kind of it. Well, it was.
Shigeru was just trying to tickle her nose with the tail to brighten her up. Cheer up, tickle, tickle, tickle.
I say goodbye to the frame rate again. Hey, baby. I like his stance in this one. It's interesting to see him be like a completely different character instead of just like white Hanzo. Pretty
Why does he have a Goku palette?
Why not? That's still there.
Also, if you saw that Bus Nakaruru Super, that was where the rarest fatality in 5 Special came from.
Ah, I see.
I'm sorry, was this KO Scream goat milk?
I'm not really sure. Ow.
I thought he was gonna try to ride on Poppy. Nakaruru taught me to do this.
You stepped on Poppy.
It's okay, I have plenty more poppies. All with exactly the same scars, which raises red flags.
Now, if you're nostalgic for the time Galford was White Hanzo, we have this message for you. No!
Now with the suntan.
That like super
Jesus.
slow Jackie Bryant somersault.
He just said, "I kill you."
Doesn't
Goat
do it.
milk!
These are not fair!
That's probably it. But
To me, it just sounds like he's lamenting that one scene from The Last Jedi. Mark Hamill drank alien goat milk! Oh god, we get to see Suija. That's another weird one.
the sword in this one.
Okay. Hook sword.
Well, it was always supposed to be a scimitar, but they exaggerated its curve in the series of 3D games.
He almost looks like he's trying to wield it like Tira.
I guess he has a Kazuki resource system. That super looks like a piece of shit.
Why did he turn backwards into it?
I hope you can, like, control where it appears. Then again, it's kind of always been his fate to have shitty supers.
They're just keeping up with the status quo.
I really expected him to flip the middle finger in that win pose.
Alright, here's the moment of truth.
So, you know how Samurai Showdown's all about weapons?
Uh-huh.
Let's have a character whose gameplay relies on his kicks.
You know, sometimes they can work. Wait, is it just Jun now? Gee, alright.
Yeah, they had to have the other one kill him because he can't kill people because he uses kicks.
Well,
Did they, like, balance these characters?
I'm not sure. I only played this game a few times and as a kid.
I'm just pointing out, like, it just really looks like for some of these characters, they're like, no, they could just be broken as shit. Who cares?
I wouldn't be surprised if this game's not balanced. Like, this was just full-on experimental. Like, this is what my See Evil game wants to be.
yeah, this guy, I'm very curious about him.
Well, first, let's start with a legitimate boxing combo.
Not bad. That was a little weird looking. Oh, can he not do it either? I guess because he doesn't have a sword.
Yeah. Nut punch, nut punch, nut punch, nut punch.
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay.
What a weird character.
It's about to get a lot weirder.
Yeah, with the robot. Yeah.
Okay. Now he is Jack.
What's wrong with his skin?
Is skin citation needed?
Oh my... What the fuck?
I see these bus forms, I'm like, why are they just not the main forms?
Nesno is Kyoshiro's fire breath.
Oh my god, dude.
This character should have had at least 30 more moves, I'm sorry.
That is a sound?
Yeah, what?
Also, keep in mind if the bust modes look like they're paltry in comparison, that's because they will share moves with Slash Mode too. Was that a bird noise as he was helicoptering up?
That was his death sound, too. was pretty bird-like.
Alright, so...
We tried close physics, I'm sorry.
He was kind of weirdly spindly in this one, too.
Second model.
Yeah.
Also in the story, she's a jobber too. But hey, her falling in love with Bust Asura paved way for Warriors Rage PlayStation.
Which,
Also, all of her endings in crossover games, or at least almost all of them, involve her traveling back to the point where she had her child.
you know, for anything involving Shiki, it is appropriately very weird.
Her, chopped in half thing wasn't aligned with the blood, so that was nice, I guess because she's really tall.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That alt palette
This
looks really
one.
cool.
Here's her Anna Williams cosplay.
Maybe that's why I think it's cool. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, does she make the opponent do that?
Yeah, and it poisons them.
Huh. Huh. Yeah, I was more distracted by the fact that the model wasn't lining up with that animation at all.
So yeah, they reference a Karma Sutra position.
Of course they do. Whoa. Wait,
That's her Xe Nexus Chaos.
Alright, so I don't think I understood a single thing this lady just did.
Magic.
Don't worry
And
about
also
it.
Karma Sutra references.
I think it's Kama Sutra. The Karma Sutra is like when you have sex positions, but like it's like a punishment for something.
It's a punishment for getting grabbed. You get poisoned.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she was doing.
Oh, Gandhara's back.
Yeah, it was like, when are we gonna see him?
Apparently, the long player didn't do the unlock conditions. So, Gandhara was already like a Frankenstein monster, and this is a zombie version of Gandhara. So, it's a zombie of a zombie.
I love undead Frankenstein's monster.
This must be so annoying to get that footage for.
Not to mention you have to constantly earn Gandhara. I'm not sure if you get one chance against him or not. Only time I ever fought him, I was on my last quarter, and then he bit my head off.
Sure,
Yeah, that head bite move, if he kills you with it, it will take off your head.
Jeez. I don't know how I feel about this giant purple baby.
Yeah, he looks like something we should be fighting in Carnival.
Oh yeah, wow. But what even got him?
Time.
The touch of another
Wait,
person.
no. What?
I think the rage explosion killed him.
Oh, okay. Does it usually do damage?
They don't, but in this game now they do.
Huh. You're the destroyer. I forget who says the destroyer like that. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that movie.
I channel explosions.
One of their moves is that they die.
You can, in fact, beat this boss as a special feature. I think they show the death because the transformation. Imagine if they didn't own this cabinet and they had to put in coins and fish for all these moves.
Ugh. I got exhausted just from hearing you say that.
So yeah, she's even more of a zoner, I guess.
This character seems very much like stuff just shows up on the screen. You have to deal with it.
Okay, she has her own. She has her own version of the Genjuro stabs.
That's SNK fighting bosses for sure.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't look quite as Taito-y, but you know. Yeah, what? Oh, I thought that was a trampoline for a second.
Her finishing move, she makes you trampoline and break your own neck.
Oh, these 40 minutes flew by.
Time flies when you're marbling over Enja.
Well, the good thing about this video is, you know, has 40 different random possibilities whenever you hit play. Wait, is this the song? Alright.
Oh yeah, there's Deku and Dekina's cameo.
Yeah, that is some very, like, I'd see that on a forum in, like, 2005 sort of thing.
Shiki wearing normal clothes for once. Shiki posing for Goth Illustrated.
Yeah, she wearing, like, a fur sweater there.
Behold my back.
Hey, it's me again. Just,
Look how contemporary I look.
It really does just look like a dude.
Hi, I'm a good model. For the time. I'm also... Is he trying to be sexy for us?
How about you and me?
Oh yeah, the whole crush situation in 2. Except it's weirder now that she's an avatar and not exactly human. By our powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Let's see what I got for here.
Oh, she has a lot of shikaroos.
Imagine the frame rate dying and loading all those.
The arcade machine just tries to kill you. Here's her dancing with herself, I guess.
Yeah, what was that about? She's bullying herself.
Remember, I have questions. Practicing his super on a tree.
What is going on there? Speaking of what is going on here,
Behold my waifu.
behold this.
I can't wait to see what Enja's is.
Yeah, me neither. Hey, you're gonna need that. Oh.
That's just him in Asura's Wrath, I guess.
That's just him on a normal day. I can't get over that sword. I don't know what, like, throws me off so much about it.
It's an impractically curvy scimitar.
Yeah.
So this is has he seen in Final Fantasy VII's cutscenes?
Oh my god!
That's pretty great.
I hope there's one of him being stabbed by a kid.
Nah, he's just drinking.
Oh, there's...
No, it's before getting stabbed by a kid.
So they're the Paul and Law of this series?
I guess.
I guess they now are.
Yeah, they're all buddies now. All of a sudden.
Help, I'm lost. I thought he was just gonna shrug.
Yeah, I thought he was doing a little dance.
What the fuck?
Oh god. He just did an easy. As seen in Final Fantasy VII. As seen in Parasite Eve.
Yeah,
So does this end kanji get its own image?
Yeah, there it is.
So, yeah. I take it you two did not regret watching that?
It was
That
certainly
was
something.
wild.
So I imagine most of this video is just gonna be like the intro cutscene.
So I didn't know this existed.
Let's hope the intro cutscene
I
doesn't give us Ligma.
I screen shared it a while back. I made a character from this in Fire Pro for some reason.
So, when I was young, I got this game thinking it was going to be the last game we looked at because it has the same subtitle in the US. Boy, was I fucking wrong.
They pulled a fast one on you. They pulled a
Fucking
fast one on
SNK
all of us.
America.
They're treating us like we're such dweebenheimers.
Oh my god.
I forgot about how this model looks.
Ah! Please don't look at me.
That's one of those characters I just look at. I'm curious what her X-rays look like.
You're probably gonna see like a bunch of like eyes and weird Lovecraftian creatures under that flesh.
I know, this just looks exactly like how she did in 5. Just weirdly stand out.
Is it me, or are they getting closer every time the camera cuts to her?
Yeah, pretty soon they're gonna combine.
She becomes that camera. Oh my god! She becomes that camera Cenobite from Hellraiser 3.
I mean, Gondara is already kind of the chatterer, so...
You bought this PlayStation game. We came. No, it was a mistake. I wanted 64-2 Warriors Rage.
My reviews of Warriors Rage for the PS1 is Jesus wept.
No tears. Such a waste of perfectly good suffering.
What the fuck?
She's projecting herself.
I do this every morning.
I think there was a better way to convey that, other than you have a really tiny version of you staring at yourself. Like you're like your own fairy.
Oh, okay.
It just makes me imagine if there was like a bigger Tinkerbell hiding somewhere in Peter Pan.
The hell kind of like in this place that is free from evil, like selfishly enjoys being, alive. I'm actually reading this because, I kind of forget what exactly is going on in this plot.
Well, at least there's no filliping swords at people.
Yeah. Just a bunch of idiots are starting shit.
You know, the fact that Genjuro was stabbed by a little kid is a blessing in disguise because he doesn't have to be in this.
Whoa.
Oddly stiff for flying through the air.
This Might sequel is looking a little weird.
This still is better looking than Metal Slug 3D.
Oh, I mean, it's really not that hard. It was a PlayStation 1 game.
But did you fall and crash into that mountain? Or...
I thought that explosion signified she was being challenged by Anja Kazuki.
So yeah, a big thing with this game is that most of the roster, I'd say probably 98% of it is new. And
I hate it when they do that.
I didn't mind it too much here for the most part because some of the designs are pretty cool. There's a couple of the problem is there's a couple of those filler characters. It's this guy's basically Genjuro. He's just not as good,
What the fuck is this?
What?
They're kendoing with actual swords.
I understand, literally what I'm looking at. Why is it here? It's you know what Samurai Shodown needs? a really, really long introduction where two silhouettes are, like, practicing.
That's basically every kung fu movie opening.
Like, behold tits.
That lady's, I think her real name is Sasha, so I'm biased.
I was wondering why that Maximum Impact character was in this game.
Steely
Probably
Dan,
another
Yashiro.
Falcon reference. I Steely Dan.
Steely Dan and Yashiro. Those two are cool. Like, a lot of the villains in this one I like. But,
Yeah, I have to make a confession. I fucking hate it when they do time skip new generation rosters. Like, you've gotten us attached to all the old characters, and then you're just gonna throw them all away except for the main face, and then throw in a bunch of new ones that you're gonna have a lot of difficulty bringing back in future games. Like, why do that?
I think my main problem with that is not usually, like, the rosters themselves, because some of them have been pretty good. It's that, like, no one ever takes to it. Like, as soon as they do that, then it's just like everyone complains, it's like, well, we want the old characters back, and it's like for good reason, because everyone's attached to them. And so they can't use them again. It's just like, well, nobody liked that. It's like, well, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I did not like this fad.
It's like, I like Street Fighter 3's roster a lot, but, you know, nobody took them, so...
Yeah,
they kind
same.
of got slowly reintroduced in this series, but, you know, after Street Fighter 3, it was fucking, you know, the trilogy of the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah, just they were too attached to the Street Fighter 2 characters, especially since they were using them for so long. Like, I think fighting games are like the last thing you should do reboots like this on. Because you can only have so many characters in a single game. And balance them and everything.
I feel like when it comes to, like, you know, big new rosters and time skips and everything, I feel like you should probably have at least, like, half of the old people, you know?
I mean, hey, if Haomaru's your favorite character, at least you're set for life.
I think the other extreme is kind of bad, though, where you have no new characters.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, bring back as much of the original cast as you can and a few new characters. That formula has worked.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much the way to go about it.
Yeah,
Oh, the Razor Trio is the enemy faction here.
I can name a couple of filler characters that could have just been replaced by, like, Charlotte or something.
Is this like
Oh,
a visual novel?
it sure as hell goes like, it seems like one.
It kind
mean-
of is like a standard story mode after all this, but...
I like to imagine the Razor Trio was formed because this is the first Samurai Shodown game to have people with facial hair in it.
Oh god, you're right. What the hell?
Yeah, because Gao was after, and Yunfei was after this game.
Huh. You know, I never noticed that until you pointed it out.
They're trying to reinforce the status quo. Oh, no, wait. Nicotine had a... No, wait, no, he didn't. That was the original Ninja Scroll character. Yeah, first game with characters that have facial hair.
Yeah, this is just like the Dollar Shave Club in ancient times. By the way, this video is sponsored by Dollar Shave Club now.
Oh, we're starting off with them already.
Yeah, so these weird ladies, they're just henchmen of, like, one of the main villains, but, like, it's weird that the story doesn't really explain that at all. They just kind of show up.
They're clones of another character without any moves, but you fight more than one with the same life bar and timer.
Yeah, they're basically the endurance rounds. Which is a very strange decision to make here, but, you know, whatever.
When I was googling like fan art of Oboro's Amazons, I found a really well-made Lego Oboro Amazon sculpture.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Not sculpture, like it was a figure, a Lego figure of Oboro's Amazons.
Yeah.
I guess somebody liked this design.
It's interesting, at least. I don't know about that stance, though.
It's the same stance as another character.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sasha.
Huh.
What?
For some reason I don't remember that.
Oh, you only fight one this time. Normally you fight a bunch of them. In some story modes, you can fight as many as 10 with the life bars and timer.
Here we go. But hi, Steely Dan.
That's his dialogue, basically. Just him being a moody little shit.
So that thing about this character being gay, I forgot that that's, like, canonically true, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is how he actually talked, too.
Well, at least he's saying more than "humph" now.
Shoot yourself. Die.
I like to imagine it's not even him being evil, he's just that off-put by Seshiro's rudeness.
But yeah, it's like, this is one of those rosters was like a weird mix of like kind of dull and pretty cool designs, and this guy I think is one of them, one of the latter.
We'll never see the cool designs again because this is in the distant future.
Yeah.
So, because I was too busy ranting about how much I hate new generation games and stuff like that, the life bar structure is different.
No,
So it has the Criticom, or, well, I'll just compare it to Criticom because that game's shit too. So it has the Criticom thing where you have multiple life bars, except your life bar gets cut down by a third every time you fall, and every time you get knocked out. So yeah, you have a snowball effect to deal with. Great, isn't it?
I will say my time playing this game, I didn't think it was the worst thing ever, but it does not feel like a Sam Show game.
It just, unless I'm mistaken, it's just like Killer Instinct, but the last, like, 1/3 and 2/3 of your second bar are in their own categories.
This is one of those characters that falls into the third category, which is bad. He's just a very weird, uncomfortable Chinese stereotype, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, as disgusting as Iroha is, she's not as offensive as this.
I forgot who he was a counterpart of, too.
The one-armed guy with that hits you with his sheathed sword.
Ah, right, I remember now.
Except he uses a giant novelty hand.
You cut off his arm?
It's a fake arm.
Ah, damn it.
It's a giant novelty hand.
I was really hoping that was just his hand.
That also has a stabby thing hidden underneath it.
I mean, that's tactical, at least.
Well, that happened.
I killed a weird guy and I killed an even weirder guy. Time to go.
So, seeing all these Samurai Shodown games back to back, is this game making any sense to you?
Well, no, because I wasn't around for the, I don't know, 30 years.
I don't think this game would make any sense to me anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like,
like
I
a
was
weird
a hard-
artsy music video that's also a game.
I'm a huge Samurai Shodown fan, and this game just seems like... I can't believe this is Samurai Shodown. Like, even Nakaruru doesn't exactly look like Nakaruru to me.
It's like visual noise, but like not like obnoxiously so, just kind of like randomly so.
It's a baffling one for sure.
Why did this happen? I mean, yeah, her theme's playing, it's her voice actress, but no, I refuse to believe this is Nakaruru.
It's, Macro, no, I don't know.
Is she playable in this?
No.
Okay.
The only returning characters are Haomaru, technically Asura, and technically Amakusa.
Oh, so this guy's too.
This guy's cool, and he's never coming back in the series, and I hate that, because this game was a mistake. I say technically because Yuta is Asura, and both Asuras merged into one, But he has Sachi, the gay guy we fought earlier's moves, which
Yeah.
also is shared with Mugenji. So there are 3 versions of one character.
I was gonna say,
And
I mean,
one of
they brought back Aroha and Mina in the new Sam show, and they were mistakes, so...
they were from games that weren't mistakes.
So his whole gimmick that we didn't see because I think it was set on easy mode at this point. He's got kind of the Hua Jai thing going on. Except it's more explicitly like he takes pills. Like they don't try to hide the fact that he's like actually a drug addict. So also I think he thinks he's a vampire, so he drinks other people's blood. So and there's this kid. I forgot
He's kind of outshined by his sister.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I always just think of Minto before him because I don't know, this kid just kind of feels like just kind of reminds me of kind of just reminds me of a protagonist from like a PS1 adventure game, really.
Also, he can inexplicably fly.
Yeah, why not? I suppose.
I like his strategy of throwing out attacks, completely missing, and then getting his face slashed in.
Yeah, they're barely fighting back. This has to be on easy.
I don't blame them, especially when we get to the endurance matches.
Yeah,
anything to shorten the suffering.
I've gone through those. Let me tell you. I think ARPA was there for it too.
Hi, Ababo.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with that face. I do like that the ass scratching stance though. So this character is voiced by Shen Wu, strangely. And yeah, he's Haomaru, but with no specials, but a lot of his basics are like goofier now. Not that you'll be able to see them.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is Asura stage from Samurai Shodown 64 too, but without the rain.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks very familiar. Wow, Brute gave him a better fight than Rampo did.
Is this game, like, fun to play versus in any aspect?
Probably not.
Just, I felt like asking.
I mean, I'm open to try this.
I didn't have, like, a miserable time playing this game, but I wouldn't say it's, like, great. It's interesting enough, I suppose.
I mean, misery loves company.
Move toots.
There's a little bit of SNK dialogue in here.
Yeah.
That delayed reaction. Yeah, this is our protagonist. All he does is just people.
And call ladies toots.
For a second I was like, this lady is just kind of like us, personified.
For yourself.
She's a decent design.
Yeah, again,
I like... She has Zonkuro's sword, but this is the character using it.
Yeah,
well,
like,
the sword Zonkuro uses, yeah.
Like I said, this game has a fair share of interesting designs going on.
You should wait until you're... You should wait until you're at your last third of your life, AI.
Whoa. Damn, alright. They're actually fighting back, that's weird.
Yeah, I think that was her super desperation, because we have desperations and super desperations in this game. Normal desperations flip the weapon, and super desperations almost take off a life bar.
Or remind me, what the hell was that again?
It's a stance thing he does.
Right, okay.
It's a stance with follow-ups.
I think I remember that now because I was just like, I think I remember doing that and being like, this is a stance? It just looks like he's charging up a super.
Looks like he's being a dweeb.
That too. Oh, this guy, who was just Robert.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I noticed his stance is just something he was doing in the opening, so... good callback, I guess. For God's sake.
It's like an actual sword style thing.
Huh? Hey, don't I know you? You know, that punk.
Like, I am rooting for the opponents here. Like, they're not wrong.
Also, he said, I'm gonna slice you like a ham, so... Like, this is totally just Robert. Like, I can't get over it.
Oh shit, it's Robert from King of Fighters.
Despite that, I remember liking this guy too, because he does a move at one point that I skipped ahead and saw that he did in this video.
This, how many...
Yeah.
What the fucking hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
I was just about to say something about the fact that it seems like a lot of people in this game just use a sword, but, then that happened.
Yeah, he's got, like, kind of the Cervantes thing going on.
Weapons have variety. It's not just katanas. Like, Jinnymon, the guy who has a beard, that's all I can say about him, has Gao's weapon.
He's just really boring Gal. Like, it's...
And then Gao's like, fool, let me show you how to use that.
It helps when you just turn your characters into Rao.
This is by comparison of, like, you know, the other Sam Show games and their variety. This one seems to be a little more limited.
Yeah. We don't have anything like giant kunai on chains.
We did have the hammer, at least.
We don't have twin
yeah.
laser swords.
There we go. I don't think he has any dialogue, though, from the looks of it. This is a shame.
Well, Sheshiro's definitely clouding everyone's pure hearts.
So yeah, this guy is like a weird sub-boss that's like... So he's a guy that's obsessed with beauty because everybody kept calling him ugly for some reason.
Well, that's always funny.
Yeah, so he eventually went insane and was obsessed with the idea of beauty, which I guess is why he dresses like a geisha, and he's obsessed with butterflies to like a horrifying degree almost, hence the really cool looking sash. And his childhood friend was blind, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get this fixed that I could see for real, and he got all panicked and then they killed her. So, guy's kind of messed up. Also, that's his KO noise.
Sounds like a Hokuto no Ken villain about to die.
Something very just Hokuto no Ken villain about him. Villain-y.
The backgrounds look very, like, SNK 2D. Like, it's like, pretty cool looking, but it also very much looks like impressive sprite work. And there's something very odd about that, given the style of game this is.
Yeah.
Prove it to me. Prove your Nakaruru.
You do a lot of, like, asking and complaining in this game, Nakaruru. You used to, like, hit people with birds and shit.
You know, Raiden in MK3 was like, I can't fight. I'm just gonna have to watch you guys do it.
Remember how you had a physical body in the previous game?
Yeah, but she fell asleep and then turned into a fairy?
Alright, Oboro. Yeah, he's, wait till you see this guy.
He's ridiculous. He has this big sword and he, like, zones you with it.
Yeah.
Makes you cut yourself in half.
You're half right.
Is this Zelda now?
I just realized I really don't remember what Oboro and Mishimon actually did.
Me neither. Is Nakaruru talking the reason why this video is so long? Because I remember just skipping all of these.
Is there like a story for every character?
Yes. Rimnorel.
Yeah, that's a running thing.
The era where Genjiro was Genjiro and Rimururu was Rimnorel.
Hey, wait a minute, you were here before.
You came to save the Mistress of Light? You must die!
You're a raging loony!
I was about to ask why Amura's Amazon sounded like Fat Albert all of a sudden. That picture is just like... Wait, did you just take a picture of me? What the fuck are you doing? Not supposed to see me like this. Yeah, 1 out of... Huh?
This is probably why the player is fighting faster right now.
Yeah. Yeah, like, knowing how many characters is fine, but when they make it a mystery, that is, like, the worst thing.
God, yeah, imagine if, like, actual Samurai Shodown sprites were fighting on the stage instead of this stuff.
Yeah, right? Like, now that he pointed it out, it's like, it's all I can kind of notice. I do remember this lady has some pretty cool alt palettes, though. Like this
I wonder
one.
how easy would it be to rip these stage assets and port them over to Mugen.
Probably not too hard.
I mean, we've had Tekken stages in Mugen before, so...
Yeah. Just depends on what image file they're using, I guess. I'm a bumblebee.
They come in different colors.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of different palettes, and most of them are pretty neat looking, actually.
Can you imagine if this was the next DLC character in Samurai Shodown 2019? Like, they don't have special moves, but you have to fight 10 of them on the same life bar. That's their trick.
This, life bar gimmick is, like, not all that big a deal, aside from the fact that when you get them down to the last, you do, like, a win pose.
Yeah,
I mean...
Whoa.
Sorry. It is kind of pace-breaking, I guess, but my main issue is the snowball effect.
It kind of reminds me when you taunt people in All-Star Battle when they're down, except it's, like, automatic. How many we got? Okay.
I'm just not really sure what it's doing.
Testing your patience.
Interesting choice of pink swords there, by the way. Or whatever the hell those things are.
It's like, I guess... No, I don't really understand what the life bars are doing other than just, like, giving you 3 of them, even if one of them's really fucking worthless.
I like how she was, like, slowly falling to the ground and just slashed her anyway, and it had, like, no reaction from her.
When you think about it, it kind of is just 2 life bars. Because you go down to the 2 and then the 3rd. But what's the point of doing that? Why not just have the life bar refill and then be like, round 2, fight?
Yeah, I think the only thing it does is it prevents, like, the supers or whatever from affecting the next life bar, which just kind of makes that annoying.
Now we got another cutscene.
I wonder what PlayStation RPG we're going to be playing today.
I love that was just like an actual sprite that they were zooming in on in a pre-rendered cutscene. I fucking
Did we just enter the Mandrill Maze?
You can see how much all this is like 2D assets in a pre-rendered cutscene. That's awful.
Yeah. This came after the Super Neo Geo 64, which is kind of amazing. Your sister is a sprite, I can't help her.
Your sister's becoming more and more anime every day, I'm sorry. Oh god, the color loss.
Yeah, that...
Yeah!
We have another character talking to us and being like, hey, you gotta save people from being dumbasses and getting killed and shit. Yeah, I saw it. Thank you.
I was expecting Rimuru to try to slap her and yell, "I'm Rimuru!"
She will aid you by being a floating sprite.
Sister, the fuck is wrong with you? Why can't you remember your sister's name?
I'm a spirit.
I was expecting us to, like, talk to Rimnarel, but no, we talked to Nakaruru instead.
She has a talking for her. So yeah, this is the original version of that weird Chinese caricature.
Every time I see this guy, I like forget that he kind of rules.
He's a cool design. I also like that he attacks with a sheathed sword.
Yeah.
He just clubs you with a sword. And only stabs you with it for an Isin.
That and just the name Gario the Whirlwind is just a great name.
Also, he fights one-handed.
I like the effect with the kind of torn sleeve without without an arm in it. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh. What's he gonna do? Oh, he didn't. He sent without even drawing the sword. Oh, he dropped it. It's like the opponent's always hypnotized by it.
They're internally laughing at how much of a dork Seishiro is.
Oh, he's down to his 3rd bar health.
You know, I have a better idea. You know these win poses? Maybe you can do them after you deplete the 1st life bar, and then go round 2. Fight.
He's trying.
Huh.
That was like the first actual fight this guy's had all day.
Yeah, but he also didn't seem to attack back for a while. I don't know if he was just waiting for super or what.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because there was that one bar where it was just like, oh, punish me, I just missed this, and he's just like, nah.
Alright, so...
His response to that was, here's Sasha.
Yeah. Sasha is one of those characters, it's like, yeah, see, it looks way less weird on her. So they kind of exaggerate it with the Amazons.
Welcome to Bastard's stage.
Oh, yeah. So the thing is, this lady, I saw her, I wasn't really impressed, but then, like, I saw, like, her actual moves, I'm like, yeah, this lady's pretty cool, actually.
The physics in this game are weird as hell. Like, there's a lot of times where you just get, like, you go flying, but then you instantly are on the ground.
Wait, I forgot another thing about Sasha here. She basically has Makuro's weapons.
Yep.
She does, like, kind of the same moves. Yeah, like that. That's just a Makuro thing.
So why is she Sasha?
That's her real name. Saya is like a nickname she does to, I guess, blend in, even though that's not really gonna happen.
You couldn't look less Japanese if you tried.
Her again, huh?
They're back.
They're like cockroaches.
The nemesis of this game. Stars. Imagine Nemesis, but there's like 20 of them after you.
I don't know why, as soon as I saw this question marks, I instantly remembered that I have seen this before.
Yeah. I remember playing it in Discord a long time ago, but I do not blame you for forgetting it.
There's something about seeing those question marks again that just went like, oh yeah, this shit.
I think there might literally be 10 in this one. Have fun.
This guy's doing a better job than I ever did.
The fact that he does this pose every single time he gets one of them down. Like, it's bad enough that it happens in general, but then it happens X number of times when you fight all these fucking Amazons.
And there's so many Amazons, too. We didn't even see, like, the other enemy types. We saw, like, the same one 3 times so far.
We saw a Brute.
Yeah, we saw one Brute. We didn't see the ninjas.
Or the Samurai. Yeah. Samurai being the breakout design of these filler mooks.
Yeah, I like Samurai. He's just, like... I like it because he's just like an ordinary samurai that doesn't really want to be here, but he kind of, wants to get paid so he can, feed his family and stuff. So he's just like kind of half-heartedly here.
Oh my god, that Heaven Smile palette.
Yeah, made out of bubblegum.
You know, why not just give these Amazons one life bar? I mean, with this multiple life bar system.
Why don't we just not have them? They are awful.
Yeah, Horde Battle just... I don't think you can fix that.
Just make them like a single character. Like at this point, because I'm like, they're like free to generic types. I'm like, it'd be cool if they were just characters.
I mean, you had no problems cloning the same guy 3 times. So why not just have another Sasha?
Fighting game stories are always so damn weird because, like, stuff like this where, like, we've been in this for how fucking long? 35 minutes minus, like, the 20 that the intro took. It's like, what has happened in the story up until now? Like Nakamura...
Seishiro...
Yeah.
Seishiro is trying to bring down the Razor Trio with the help of Nakaruru and Rimnarel, and he's picking a bunch of fights along the way by being rude. Oh, only 5 of them, thank God.
And Robert Garcia shot at his feet.
Yeah, it's like, there's this, like, very simple plot going on, and then mixed in with it is just, like, random fights of people who just don't like us. It's like, when you try with fighting game plots, like, you have to really try, and this is just... They put a lot of money into it, but didn't get a lot out of it.
It does feel relatively directionless.
So is this a late DOS game?
Also, yeah, the fact that along the way we beat up 2 bandits that were like a major part of this group, and we just kind of glossed over that is Anyway, this guy is basically the Genjuro stand-in.
Blonde Kazuya, yeah.
I always forget this guy exists.
Oh, he took that, like, 10,000 degree knife challenge or whatever the fuck.
You're gonna tear some bread with that later.
Seishiro, my temple is bleeding.
Jesus fuck.
So is one of your Battle Craze characters just gonna have him as their dialogue the whole time?
No, because that'll piss me off.
Are you about to go fight this guy?
I wish. Shitty looking Yoshitora wannabe piece of shit.
Why did you kill our father? To measure my abilities.
Yes, thank you for that observation.
That is not how you... That was a yes or no question, you idiot.
Oh, he's doing it.
It's infectious.
Yeah.
I just like how he was like, our group? Yeah, it's not yours. Oh, gotcha.
I feel like he's less pissed off about his dad being killed and more just sibling rivalry. Like, he just completely glossed over his dad dying. Like, yeah, that I guess happens.
Yeah, like, for how, like, this is the protagonist and antagonist of that game, that whole exchange felt exceedingly petty.
I mean, it ended on, like, can you be better than me? I already am, idiot. Wow.
You know, suddenly Patrollicos does not look like the worst protagonist in a video game anymore.
Yeah, there's a reason why I always bring up, like, the side characters in this game.
The rage explosion is hilarious. Like, it's so sudden, and they just knock on their ass, like, ow.
Whoa. He tears
I like-
the bread.
I like how he freeze framed there while he was getting up.
Okay, so it only affects the very last little bitty bar. That's like the only one that isn't affected by the damage carryover.
Yeah, something like that. Also, his sword stuck in his leg, so that's good.
Fatality.
Are we actually gonna see a Boro?
So that's Mikoto. That is the daughter of Shiki and Bust Asura.
You know, it's funny, we went with the protagonist to get... What?
Mikoto.
Yeah, we went with the protagonist to get most of the plot, but I don't think we got most of it. Because there are like two major characters we just didn't like really talk to that much.
That's what I'm gonna say whenever I have burdens in my life. My soul is rife with injury.
My soul hurts. I played this game.
Oh, now we can type her name normally.
Mind your tongue, Arpa.
Sorry.
Oh shit, we have a second line we can use. Hot damn.
It's so obvious. You're so not bound for glory, Toba. Oh, I was wondering how he was gonna finish that sentence. Well, I already did, so... I mean, like... He said you were an idiot?
He called me an idiot. That's why I killed him.
To feel by my sword. No, you're not. Look at you. So yeah, like I said, we went with this guy to get most of the story, and it just evolved in these two guys just being like, I'm good. No, I'm good. I can beat you.
What kind of onomatopoeia is that?
Cracked.
Excuse me? Why are we doing a haiku now?
I had no idea what to even do after this point.
Somehow Ukyo's still alive.
Why is it doing that?
James!
Yeah, I forgot too. Oh, that was yours?
So, he just wanted the sword back. He does not give a shit about...
Black!
That's a good picture.
Oh, where was... Yeah, he just completely, like, glossed over Oboro and everything.
Yeah, so Oboro, I was really hoping we saw that because that boss is literally just a floating sword. He's like...
The protagonist did not even bother with the antagonist.
I saw that in another video, actually, when I was looking for this. Wow.
So, yeah, this is Nakaru's theme, as sung by Nakaru and Rimaru's voice actresses.
I'm just like, we didn't even see most of the cast with this guy. Like...
That's adorable. Why are they doing it when they have all to do with this fucking game?
It's giving me memories of, like, the older Samurai Shodown games, which are good.
Like,
even 3 is a masterpiece compared to this piece of shit.
Did Rimnarel do anything after we rescued her?
No.
We just freed her.
What?
This game feels unfinished somehow.
It feels like there was like two different people, like two different factions in charge of coming up with a story. And it's like, oh, we have all these art assets of Nakaruru and Rimururu, and then we have a video game where they're not fucking playable. And the game has fucking nothing to do with them.
Yeah, that's like, you know, they wrote all this story and it's just like, yeah, boss said he came up with like a weird butterfly guy. I gotta write up a story mode for him. Yeah.
I feel like this was originally not going to be a Samurai Shodown game, but then there's like swords and stuff, so the SNK higher-ups are like, let's connect this to Samurai Shodown. They're like, fuck.
That sounds more likely, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, because if this were not a Samurai Shodown title, it would make a bit more sense.
Quick, let's make the lady connected to Bust Asura and Shiki, and the guy with the Halmaru like moveset is actually old Halmaru. This game's a time skip, yeah. And quick, deploy the. Oh, I wish he hit a pressure point that made this game not shit.
Why is Minto torturing the Chinese stereotype?
I mean,
Why wouldn't
look
he?
at him.
It is true, but
Like, honestly, it does really seem like those two characters were, like, added in after the fact, because, like, you can just take them out, and the game would pretty much be the same.
yeah.
Look, it's little Mugenji and his childhood friend.
Yeah, that doesn't end well.
Here's Asura, Yuta.
That's Sephiroth, right? The one-winged angel or whatever the shit.
Sepha Cloud. And then it's like, how else do we reinforce that this is a Samurai Shodown game? Rimuru and Nakaruru JPEGs.
Yeah?
What other? I think these are all just the ending slides that we're seeing. Or something.
It's like a flashback into everyone's like past, because you can see the two brothers actually on decent terms here.
Yeah.
It's like the main character just ends with like a comical kick his brother in the face thing. No confrontation with the main antagonist or anything.
That felt so rushed. It was like...
I guess Haomaru had to take care of it. What the hell?
Yeah, should we just should have looked at Haomaru instead? Because, like...
Well, there's, like, an alternate form of the main character, right?
Yeah, there's a two swords version. Maybe that's when we finally get to Oboro?
Because I saw that in the video, yeah, like, the alternate version actually fights that, but, like, somewhere in, like, the middle?
Maybe that's like a continuation or something.
It's fucking bizarre.
God, this game.